Check.
No farther than that. Just try not to keep it right up in your face hole.
Keep it up, right up in your face hole.
Alright. Now, welcome to episode 4 of Jay and Mark. We've made it to episode 4, sir.
Yep.
And you were telling me something about your son.
Yes.
We're going to get right into things because you were telling me something about your son that is pretty interesting, and I only heard the very, very beginning, so please.
I just got a phone call from Cole's mom, and she said that Coley's doctor wants him to go to Akron Children's Hospital for more tests because, well, he's told me before, and I mean, I took it seriously, but I didn't really know how to take it, but he had told me before that he'll just be sitting somewhere, and he'll just start to get a really weird feeling, and then all of a sudden everything just slows way down. Like everything just starts moving in slow motion around him. Also, he said there's other times where everything just speeds up and gets super fast around him, but he's like still, in regular time, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But everything around him is either speeding up or slowing way down, like slow motion. Well, I told Amy, Cole's mom, before. Well, she mentioned it to me, and I said, yeah, he's already talked to me about it, and I wasn't sure really what to say about it. So I said, well, maybe have your mom call the doctor and, let them figure it out. Maybe it's something, well, not something that's common, but something that, maybe they've seen before, or they know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
something
she
they can
did.
Explain.
Right. So apparently she did make an appointment, and Cole went to the appointment, and they did some blood work, and they tested a bunch of other stuff. And, well, she just called me to say that she has to call Akron Children's Hospital and make this appointment because basically they don't know what it is, and they want to run more tests. So apparently my son is like a time traveler because he can, well, he can't control it, but it's something that just happens where time just speeds up around him or slows way down around him.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like time travel. Maybe he might be able to use it for time travel, but to me that sounds more like he can just control time. Like the speed, he can slow it down or he can speed it up. Now, well, I'm not saying that he can, but he can, but like he can't control it.
Yeah, well, he's actually scared of it. He doesn't know what's going on, and it freaks him out.
When does this happen?
Just at random times. It's not any.
It's almost like there's a chemical being released in his brain or something. The same chemical that happens like right before something crazy is about to happen.
Right.
Like there was you remember when me and Roger were on our way to church and we hit a deer in the white truck?
Yeah.
Now, when that happened, dude, like I couldn't even get a word. I saw the deer jump from the darkness in the trees into like a little bit of the light and into the road, and that took him quite some time. Like I saw it, and like I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth because everything was just slow. I saw it in like slow-mo. Like it was crazy. And like before I can even say like Roger, a deer, he goes, "Oh, a deer," and fucking puts his arm on me and tries to slam on the brakes, and we slam into that deer. And all this happens in like slow motion, except for Roger saying a deer. Like that happened in this like real time, But the deer was just like a movie, like just like you see it in a movie, dude. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. When we hit it, we were slamming on the brakes, so we were stopping, and we slammed into it, and it just went away from us. But when it went away from us, it spun in 360 degrees, and the deer was like, looked like an animatronic deer. Like it was just like, "Arrgh!" But like in like the slow motion 3D, like 360 degrees spins and shit. Like it was nuts, dude. So like it's almost like the chemical that releases in your brain when shit like that happens, or like life-threatening situations and stuff like that. Like when all that adrenaline's pumping and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It might be that shit's just being released in his brain and it's happening at weird times, like times that it really shouldn't, you know?
Right.
Like a chemical imbalance.
Right. Well, Cole has a lot of fears of, well, a lot of fears of different things, and I kind of mentioned that before, that maybe it's because he does, and I don't want to say overreact, but like certain things, like I said, freak him out, and he just dwells on it, and he sits and thinks about it and thinks about it and thinks about it, and that shit will mess with your brain,
Yeah.
And I think that has something to do with it. And what you're saying about chemicals being released like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I prefer to think of him as
As a clock stopper.
Yeah.
Like that movie Clock Stoppers.
Yeah.
See, no, and like I'm not saying that that's not even the case either. Like if that's happening at weird times like that, if he somehow could make that happen, like could control that, like could somehow just make that happen and maybe happen like overload to the point where he could use that like
a
as an
superpower.
advantage in his life and shit. Technically, that's what it would be like. He would have that power.
Yeah. Coley's a superhero.
Just like the guy who can regulate his body temperature. He can fucking run in like freezing cold, like totally harsh cold weather in just his fucking skibbies.
Really?
Be perfectly, yeah. There's a couple people out there that got some fucking powers that like but just by being able to control like parts of their bodies more than other people can, really. And I'm pretty sure most of them say like anybody can do this. They just have to fucking do it. Like they have to work to be able to have this much control, like mind over matter shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But no, but that's cool, and I'm glad you mentioned that because
Yeah.
that's definitely
So-
interesting.
Coley is going to be a superhero.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to be able to stop time, and he's going to be able to.
Can he does he move at the same speed?
No, he moves normal. He said for him
Oh,
everything
shit.
is normal.
So he's like the Flash.
He said everything when
So he's
he.
faster than everybody else
Well, it depends.
in those moments.
It depends on what it is, or not what it is, but it depends on. Well, I don't know because I'm not going through it, but he said, like he'll be sitting there and he'll be like completely normal, but things around him will either speed up or they'll slow down, and he can't really control it. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know anything about it, why it's happening. It doesn't happen for any specific reason. It doesn't happen at any specific time. It's just something that's going on and happening, and it freaks him out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's nuts. No, like when if he's gonna see a doctor about it. You said, or the doctor can't figure out what it is.
Well, his family doctor is sending him to Akron Children's Hospital for more tests
Okay, yeah.
to find out what it is.
All right, so let's have a follow up on that on the
yeah.
next episode
Yep.
or
Yeah,
whenever.
we'll find out. After we find out what's going on.
Yeah,
But
that's cool though. I mean, I hope it's not something bad, you know. But if it's not, that's way cool.
yeah,
That's very interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's gonna have a comic book.
we could make one.
We could make one.
Emily could draw. Oh, you could draw it. Shit.
I haven't drawn in years and years.
Yeah, no, but you totally would if it was a comic book about your son with superpowers and it's real.
Yeah. The stories would kind of write themselves.
Like he can do the dangerous stuff in the comic books and just not, be
Super
safe
cool.
in the real world.
Wonder what his superhero name would be. Flash is already taken, so.
I mean, we couldn't. Yeah, we'd have to figure something out.
And Super Cole's just generic.
He's a pretty funny kid and pretty witty kid. He'd probably enjoy the name Brown Streak. He could wear a brown suit. Call him Racing Stripe.
Racing Stripe. Racer.
Turd Alert. Anyway.
Oh,
But no, that's a nice intro to the show. Welcome to episode 4.
I am Mark.
I am Mark, and this is Jay. People are gonna start thinking you're fucking retarded. They really are. Like,
retard alert! Retard alert, class!
yeah, that's you. I'm gonna start doing that every time you do that.
I got one of those picture texts. I don't even remember who sent it to me. It was one of my friends, but it's one of the characters from Mad Men, and he's sitting there drinking this scotch or whatever it is in this glass, and the caption says, "I told my girlfriend that my mom is hard of hearing, so she has to talk really loud and really slow." And then at the bottom of it says, "I told my mom my girlfriend was retarded."
That's funny. That's a nice way to make it entertaining.
Oh yeah, I wish I could have thought of something like that. That would have been funny.
Mm.
Of course, Jen would have beat the crap out of me, but
Yeah.
would have been funny though.
Yeah, we have a soundboard now too. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool ones I like. Like this one, I don't know why, but this one I really enjoy.
Oh no!
Oh my.
Oh my!
And then I think this is Christian Bale.
Oh, good for you!
Yeah, there's some pretty fucking good ones. Like,
She's not a Christian! My name's Jeff.
I think that's my favorite one, the Christian one.
She's not a Christian!
that's pretty good. That one was good. That was good. That was.
It's gonna be legend.
Wait for it.
Dairy.
Yeah. And we got all kinds of other cool stuff like Kill Bill song.
Just do it!
That's Shia LaBeouf. I don't know if you saw that. Don't let your dreams be dreams, Jared.
Okay.
I mean Jay. I just let your identity out there.
Damn it.
Claws are out. All right. Anyway, yes, we have a new soundboard and it's fun. I made 3 for Doug, for anybody who watches What the Fuck Doug or knows Doug from work, but
Fucking ain't right it is.
see, I love that shit.
What the hell? What you do now?
Yeah. And then
Well, hell, Miguel, what the hell you do this time?
I love that one. But yeah, so some production value here.
Autobots, roll out!
All right. But anyway, I was telling you about Jon Snow, the theory behind Jon Snow,
Yeah.
and how he could come back to Game of Thrones.
He's gone?
Yeah, and then I also spoiled Game of Thrones for you earlier.
Son of a bitch.
But I wanted to.
Sorry, Mom.
I wanted to finish explaining for you.
Okay.
Now, I told you about the R plus L equals J.
Yes.
Means Rhaegar Targaryen plus Lyanna Stark equals Jon, which is Jon Snow. This is just a fan theory. This has never been confirmed, but I believe it's probably true because it makes tons of sense. Tons of sense. And it would explain why Jon Snow would possibly come back. Now, in the rebellion, when the Mad King was killed by Jaime Lannister, his own King's Guard, Jaime Lannister was a traitor and killed the man he swore an oath to protect, which is the Mad King, who told him, no, I don't blame Jaime, I don't think anybody else does either, but the king told him to bring him his own father's head. Jaime was like, fuck that, I'm not going to do that. And then in the last hours of the rebellion, Jaime put a fucking sword through him, killed him. Now, I think that's what it was. I can't remember. In the show, he said one thing, and what actually happened was another thing, so I'm a little confused there. But Jaime did kill the Mad fucking King. And in I believe the rebellion started Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the rebellion started in the first place because Robert Baratheon was betrothed to Lyanna Stark. He was in love with Lyanna Stark. Now Rhaegar Targaryen kidnapped Lyanna Stark, and that's what started the rebellion. Now this theory says that either she wasn't kidnapped, and she was actually in love with Rhaegar Targaryen, and they ran away. She ran away with him, or what they said actually happened. She was kidnapped, but he raped her, and either way, if they were in love, they had a baby, or he raped her and they had a baby, and she died after giving birth, and Jon Snow was the product of Rhaegar Targaryen and Lyanna Stark. That's why Ned Stark, who fought in the rebellion with Robert to put Robert as king, took him home. Ned Stark, the most fucking honorable man in Westeros, there's no other man you would not expect to have a bastard child. He is literally the most honorable dude fucking around. Makes no sense for him to have a bastard child. Dishonored himself and took this child home, claiming it to be his bastard, for his sister and for the child's protection, because that would mean he's a fucking Targaryen who they were killing, why Daenerys had to fucking flee and her brother, and why she wants to get the throne back.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes him even fucking more honorable, because he chose to dishonor himself to protect his fucking nephew, a baby. So he's still the fucking, even if it is true, even if it is true, he's definitely still the most fucking honorable dude around. But either way, he's the fucking most honorable dude around. And that's who Jon Snow's mother is. And what they're saying, the reason he can come back is because, I can't really talk to you about that because you haven't gotten that far.
That's all right. Go ahead. Because now I want to know.
Well, I don't know if you know any of the people I'm talking about either, so. Anyway, they're saying that he could come back because he's a Targaryen, basically. And if you watch the rest of the show, you'll start to pick up why. Well, if he's a Targaryen, he's at the wall. He dies at the wall. There you go. I'll tell you that, and that'll
What? Oh, man.
Big fucking spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
He was a fucking king's or knight's watchman. But and at the wall, when you die, they burn your body, so you don't turn into a White Walker, or one of the Whites is what they call them, the zombies. And if he's Targaryen, his body ain't gonna burn, and we're gonna know. And he may be reborn as Jon Targaryen.
So is that how the last season ended? So we don't know if he burned?
We don't know if we don't actually know if he died or not, but the way they took him out, he fucking died. He died. Now, they're also saying he could, well, you probably don't know any of that either. I'm just going to leave it at that, because that explains the theory, and I'm not going to give you any more spoilers. But, yeah.
Well, thanks for ruining it.
No, I spoiled it for you accidentally because you read the paper of it.
Dick.
You didn't know that Jon Snow died, and it said that Jon Snow was no longer on Game of Thrones. On my piece of paper here of notes. Now, the note says that he was cited in Belfast a while back. I knew that already, but he also hinted at a return to the show because he said that the show will be in his life until he's probably well into his 30s. And that wouldn't be so if he was fucking dead and no longer on the show.
Right.
Now,
well, that's exciting.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well,
I should have. I
guess. No, I mean it is exciting. It was kind of disappointing to see that on the paper, is what I meant to say.
No, I
and then
understand.
to find, because I do like Jon Snow, So
No, I think everybody
to see that on the paper, and I was like, oh fuck!
You know-
Spoiler alert.
You know who I really enjoy?
Hold on.
Hodor. My homie. My man of few words. But yeah, sorry to spoil it for you.
Whatever.
And
It's
now
fine.
now you're probably excited to watch the rest of it if you weren't already.
Yeah, I just need to get her to watch it with me.
I'm sorry to spoil it for anybody else, but I mean, fuck, it's Game of Thrones. If it hasn't been spoiled already, you're just lucky.
Right.
But
Something else you had on there. You were talking somewhere. I saw it about Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Yeah, there's a
Soon,
show
but-
season. It's starting up soon.
Have you watched Fear the Walking Dead yet?
I have not.
It's
I've
really
heard
good.
some people are saying they like it more than Walking Dead.
No, I don't
No?
like it. No, I don't like it more than Walking Dead because I don't like two of the main characters. The blonde girl. I don't know her name, but and then she's got this. Well, I guess it's her husband, but I think they're not very good actors.
I
They're not
getcha.
very convincing. So I like the show. I like the idea of the show, how the show's going. But you said you haven't seen it, so my next question
No.
doesn't matter. Because I was going to say, how do you think they'll bring the two together? Because
Well-
they haven't introduced any of the characters from The Walking Dead yet.
Yeah. I think they won't introduce anybody into, and I haven't really watched it, but just thinking about how it's going to be, and I know it's a prequel. It's supposed to explain
Right. What?
how it all started, where it all started.
Right. What led up to?
So there's some time you'd have to make up for there.
Right. But
Unless you're going to do flashbacks
but
where they may have came across these people and we just never saw it on the Walking
but I
Dead.
did read that at some point they're kind of going to mash the two together, and
They're
you're
trying
gonna,
to make a universe out of it.
yeah, and you're going to see characters from The Walking Dead on
Now-
this show, and I'm curious to see how they bring it together and when they bring it together.
And you're asking me how do I think they'd possibly do it?
Well, yeah, kind of,
Well,
but you haven't seen.
I
Fear the
haven't
Walking
seen
Dead,
any of
so-
it, but from what I know of it, I could probably fairly give a decent guess, I would think.
Well, my thought.
It being a prequel, I would think that they would have some time to kill, or some time to catch up. They would
Right.
need to have time to catch up. So it probably wouldn't happen at least until after the first season, or by the end. They would really have to keep it rolling in the first season to have it by the end of the first season, I would think, because shit, look how much Carl's grown up. It's been at least 6 years on that show.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what I was getting at, because with it being before everything happened or leading up to what happened.
It would have to take place like back in, when did the show come out? Like 2006? 2008?
I don't know that.
I don't think
for
it was as
sure, but
early as 2006. Like 2008, 2009 maybe?
I don't know the exact date. I can Google it,
I
but
know it was after Breaking Bad.
Well, fuck, now my mind's like going everywhere because I'm thinking of all kinds of things. But the new show,
And it's gone.
damn it.
I
And
knew
it's
it.
gone.
I had it ready.
But okay, like The Walking Dead, for example, you don't know any of the characters in Fear the Walking Dead. So, and that show's been going on for, like you said, what, 6 years now? Or 6 seasons or
Or
whatever?
no, you're talking
So-
about Walking Dead's been going on for like 6
Right.
seasons now.
And the characters that are in Fear the Walking Dead have nothing to... You've never seen these characters in the other one. So, what I'm getting at is, how are they going to bring the two together when you've already seen... Well, you've already seen what's happened. You've already seen what's happened. Now they're going back and showing you what led up to what happened.
Yeah.
But yet, all the characters from both shows are completely different. So how are they going to tie the two shows together?
I would think that that the next season it will become more clear of The Walking Dead, because it would have to lead into whatever future plans The Walking Dead has.
Right, and that's kind of where I'm going with it. I think what they're going to end up doing
is by the end of this next season, because they're going to have a hiatus and shit, they'll probably wrap up what's been going on with that. Are you caught up on The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
What's been going on in that town they're living in now, where Rick's pretty much went nuts, and then I think they all are kind of like, well, maybe Rick isn't as nuts as he is, but he's kind of psychopathic. Anyway, once they wrap up all that shit with him and whatever's going to go on with Morgan, I think that second, like, what is it, 8 episodes after that mid-season hiatus, which is such fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
That's probably when they'll start doing setup. Like you might not see them cross over in the following season just yet, but they'll start setting you up for that. Because I could be wrong, but I think they're probably gonna start setting you up in The Walking Dead for that at the same time that they're gonna start. Like, it's probably all pre-planned. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right.
There's probably gonna be tons of setup, and you're over the course of a couple seasons of Fear the Walking Dead. You're gonna see, like, okay, people are gonna have theories and shit. Like, they're gonna pick up on clues and whatnot. It's gonna be like every fucking thing, you know, everything.
Right. Well, and that's kind of where I was going with it. When do you think they're gonna start introducing the characters and bringing the two shows together?
Oh,
as far as, like, when with Fear the Walking Dead? After seeing and being all caught up on Walking Dead, and then now you're watching Fear the Walking Dead, you don't see the characters from Fear the Walking Dead. You never saw them at all throughout the Walking Dead.
They're all completely. It's all completely new.
Right. So I'm wondering if they're going to, like, bring them together in this town that they're in now.
Yeah.
And start bringing in those characters, and maybe it's 2 different stories that they're finally going to just combine.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But just with a shit ton of setup, they would have to. They couldn't just, like, throw them together, you know.
You'd almost have to have more than 1 or 2 seasons of the new show.
That's what I would think. But I mean, the way they do things, they may have it set up now that, like, you know, in one episode, it says fucking 6 years later.
Right.
Or 4 years later.
Well, that would piss me off.
But I mean, if it's done well, I would prefer that. If they do that and it's done well, I would prefer that as opposed to them not doing that and it's done horribly and completely rushed.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope they do it right, because I like both shows and I'd hate to be.
But with that said, I haven't seen the new show really, so I don't really have anything to go off of there. But I mean, there's ways they can do it in only like a season or 2, but I would think they would have to have at least like 3 seasons of setup and maybe some time being skipped over.
Yeah, because you would almost have to, even if it's just 1 or 2 characters at a time, because they film in off seasons. Like Walking Dead's off right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're
so
they're making like new episodes now, but they haven't started yet. Fear the Walking Dead was being played while Walking Dead was on their hiatus.
How many episodes is the first season of Fear the Walking Dead, do you know?
I think right now they're on episode like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and is it going to be 6 episodes like the first season of Walking Dead, or is it going to be 16 episodes like the most recent?
I don't know, but I would guess that it's going to be the shorter season, because I think they're just...
They probably didn't have that much faith in it, and they didn't want to overdo it.
Right.
But the reason I'm asking is because Walking Dead starts back up on October 11th, and that's pretty soon.
I know, I can't fucking wait.
And that's not enough weeks for them to be over by the time Walking Dead starts.
Right. I think they're at like their 4th or 5th episode right now.
Okay, yeah, they probably don't have...
Actually, I think...
if it's 16 episodes, that's 10 more.
Yeah,
that's 11 more episodes.
I think last week was their 5th episode. I haven't seen that one yet, but I've got it recorded.
No, I'm curious to find out though. I will start watching it though.
It is really good.
Now that I know you watch it and it's something we could talk about, I'll start watching it.
It does start out really slow, and the first episode, I thought, man, I'm not gonna make it through this.
No, it's cool because we'd be able to talk about both shows, and like there'd be a lot to talk about there if it's done well.
Right.
But
It is a cool show. Watch it.
to stay on the topic of shows and get this bit of information out there, show season is starting up soon. Like I said, Walking Dead starts Sunday, October 11th. My shit, Arrow, starts Wednesday, October
I
7th.
still want to watch that.
Dude, that show's great. It only gets better, too. Second season, though, is my favorite, though, because of Deathstroke.
Man, if only I knew who had the first and second season on
Yeah.
Blu-ray.
I still haven't watched the bonus features, though. You watch Tusk and get back to me, and I'll have a little faith in you to get
All right.
to get shit back, because that's why I don't let people borrow stuff, because I've lost so much stuff doing that.
I think
But
Arrow's on.
Once you start
Netflix,
watching,
too.
it is. I'm pretty sure Flash will be on there, too, which is my next show. That starts Tuesday, October 6th, the second season.
Gotham's starting back up too.
And those shows cross over and run side by side. Like one's Wednesday, one's Tuesday. Or Flash is Tuesday, Arrow's Wednesday, and they have crossover episodes and shit, so you can watch them together. It's fun. It's like comic books. Duh, right? Now, another show, which I don't know the release date, but there's another show they're adding to CW along with Arrow and Flash that has Flash and Arrow characters on it, in it, and it's called Legends of Tomorrow. It's going to be like a team-up show, like a DC's version of like Avengers, but like on TV and shit. They're not as badass as the Avengers, but they're cool. But like the guy that played Superman in the very emo Superman movie, the one that came out before the new one.
Okay.
Brandon Routh. Anyway, he plays the Atom.
Okay.
And anyway, yeah, you don't know what I'm talking about. But in Game of Thrones, April of 2016 probably. Supergirl starting up.
Who's playing Supergirl?
An unknown. Somebody I've never seen before, but she's not a bad. I've seen the pilot episode, and it's a little cheesy, but most pilot episodes are.
Right.
But Dean Cain plays her father, her adopted father. I can't remember his name.
I do like him.
But and somebody else plays the mom. I can't remember. But
Did you see that new show they're coming out with based off of the movie, Limitless?
with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, well, he was in the movie.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's I think he's gonna be in like the first couple episodes of the TV show that starts. I think this Wednesday, Tuesday, I think. But it looks, oh man, it looks really good. But he's Bradley Cooper's the executive producer on that.
Oh, of course he is. He was in the movie and shit. But
Yeah, it looks really good.
I didn't even know that was coming out. No, I enjoyed the movie. It was pretty cool. It's Robert De Niro in it too, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
And X-Files. Did you watch the X-Files a lot
Yeah,
back in the day?
yeah.
It's on Netflix now. You can watch it all.
I used to watch it all the fucking time.
They're bringing it back for 6 episodes.
Only 6 episodes,
Well,
or just as a trial?
as of right now, they're just doing 6 episodes. They haven't said anything about more, but I'm thinking if it's successful, that might be like, fuck it, let's do a full season, or maybe let's do another season.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But like Jeff said on Madcast, check it out. Fucking this is a show that had like fucking 26 episodes a season back in the day,
Right.
which is unusual for a fucking 45-minute to an hour-long show. Like Arrow and Flash and shit are that long, but like that's unusual, and it's the CW, which they don't have many shows.
Well, back then, when you ain't taking a fucking mid-season hiatus, you can do 26 episodes.
Well,
in a season.
they do that too, but you at least get fucking 26 episodes.
Right.
But the new 6 episodes of X-Files starts January 24th.
Who's playing Mulder and Scully?
The same fucking people.
Really?
Yeah, they're coming back. It's
That'll be sweet.
like now, like where they are now. They made another movie in like 2008, I think. It's
They
called
did?
I Want to Believe or I Still Believe or something like that. Yeah, and it was good. It did fairly well too.
I'll have to look for that. I didn't know. They
So
did
maybe
that.
this will lead to a third movie.
Maybe.
You know, and possibly more. Maybe they'll fuck around and make a universe like everybody else is, because they're doing that with Ghostbusters now.
Yeah, aren't they doing Ghostbusters with women this time?
It's all female, but they're all funny females. And Bill Murray has a cameo. Dan Aykroyd has a cameo. And just confirmed, Ernie Hudson shot a cameo.
Speaking of Bill Murray, I had I love those picture memes that you get.
Yeah, today's his birthday.
I fucking love those. But I got one of those. I got another one the other day, and it was like a screen capture from the movie Groundhog Day, and it said they should make a sequel to it.
I shared that. You probably saw.
Was that you that did that?
Yeah, they should make a sequel to it, and they just re-released the first fucking Groundhog Day.
I thought that was so fucking funny.
No, it's genius. It was fucking genius.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
But yeah, I mean, I forgot Ghostbusters. But no.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck that.
I don't have high hopes for it, but I'll see it. Maybe it's good. I mean, if Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and Ernie Henson thinks it's good enough to fucking possibly reprise the character, I mean, who else would they play in this fucking movie, right?
Or maybe they just got paid well enough.
I mean, maybe, but Bill Murray said he would never do it. He would never fucking do it, and he did it. So maybe it will be somewhat worthwhile.
I don't know.
And they also talked about doing an all-male one, but somebody denied it, but they've said it many times. But it's kind of like gender swapped, you know what I mean? Like, it's all female Ghostbusters, but the receptionist, which was like a redheaded woman in the originals, is a dude, and it's Chris Hemsworth. Thor.
What?
Yeah, which I think is like funny in a way. Like, that might make it humorous, because they're probably all gonna be hitting on him and shit. That's probably the only reason they hired him. Like, he might be bad at his job, you know. He may be comedic.
I don't know.
It'll be funny to see Thor in Ghostbusters.
I guess we'll see.
But yeah, anyway.
We'll see how it goes.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't have high hopes for it, but I'll watch it. It can't be terrible. It's written and directed by the guy who made Freaks and Geeks, Paul Feig.
We'll see how it goes, because, well,
yeah,
I don't have high hopes for it either.
You are indeed a Star Wars fan, though.
Yes.
Did you hear about them re-releasing the original theatrical versions?
No.
Which is fucking awesome, because George Lucas said he never would. Now that Disney has it, he's going to do it. You know what that means, right?
What?
That means that you're going to see Star Wars the way it was when it came out in theaters. Unaltered. Like, you haven't seen before. The only way you could watch those now before they release this is on the original Blu-ray, or not Blu-rays, Laserdiscs or VHS. It's never been released on DVD, not on Blu-ray, nothing. And I have the VHS copies, like store-bought.
Really?
Yeah, and they're going to be fucking worth nothing now. Like, they're already kind of worthless because they're VHSs, but they were a little more valuable because you couldn't get that on any other format other than Laserdisc, and you can't find a fucking Laserdisc player. You could probably find a VCR, but now they're really fucking worthless.
You can find stacks of VCRs at the Goodwill. Seriously.
No, I still have one.
Oh, do you?
I have a DVD VCR combo in there. I use it because I still have VHS movies. Shit, fuck it. Hey,
you're old.
I guess that's like a baby's toy.
You gotta use your hands.
Fucking Elijah Wood.
Is that who that was?
That was Elijah. Every time I say that, everybody's like, "Is that who that was?" I was like, "Yeah, man, fucking Elijah Wood."
It's like a baby's toy.
Yeah, that kid's fucking everywhere.
Fix my pants; they're getting tight around my
You
balls.
just grabbed your crotch on camera. I like it.
My pants were squeezing my nuts.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! Shit!
Shit.
Like a mouse.
Nailed it! I
No.
cannot wait for the new shows to start, because, God, there's nothing on TV.
There really isn't. You got to start watching new things right about now.
Yeah.
But
I still can't fucking stop watching Breaking Bad. Whenever I'm home, even if I'm working from home, I've got that show on Netflix, and it's just playing in the background.
oh, I love Breaking Bad. I've watched.
I can't fucking stop watching it.
I haven't
watch it.
I haven't rewatched the 5th season yet, but I should.
I've-
But I've rewatched every season like once or twice.
Yeah, I've rewatched the entire series probably 10 times now.
I want to buy
No
the whole
exaggeration.
series. You can get like the whole box set, and it comes in one of those.
Money barrels, you said.
Yeah, the black money barrels. It's sweet. You can like open it up, and the shit comes out. It's pretty sweet.
Too bad there's no money coming out.
I know, right? That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Have you ever checked out the show Vikings?
No.
It's on the History Channel?
No.
It's good, man. Good shit. You know who Donald Logue is?
No.
You ever watch that show Grounded for Life?
Yes.
You know the dad?
Yes.
Red-haired guy. He's usually comedic, but he's been in like dramatic roles and does a really fucking good. He was in The Patriot with Mel Gibson. He's in all kinds of stuff. He was on Sons of Anarchy.
I barely remember The Patriot.
You watched Sons of Anarchy?
I loved, yeah.
He was on Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
You remember? He was going after Jax because Otto killed his sister in the hospital.
Yeah.
She was the nurse.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he does dramatic stuff and he does it well. He's on Vikings. He played King Horik. And he did a fucking good job. But that show's cool. It's about Vikings. It's not, from what I read, it's not that historically accurate, even though it's on History Channel. But it's basically the story of Ragnar Lothbrok, which...
Say that 10 times fast.
Ragnar Lothbrok. Anyway...
That was only twice.
And
Go ahead.
it's good. It's like Game of Thrones, but without all the sex and the cursing. There's sex on there, but you're not seeing anything, you know what I mean?
Damn it. I'm out.
And did you watch True Blood?
No.
Okay. Do you know who Alexander Skarsgard is? Skarsgard. He played Eric Northman on True Blood. He was in...
Like the main character?
No. He played the Viking... guy that he had long blonde hair in the first season, but he cut it shorter later. He owned the nightclub,
No.
Fangtasia.
No,
He was my favorite dude on the show.
I've seen parts of True Blood,
Well, I guess it doesn't really
but
matter.
I've never watched it enough to know any of the characters really.
No,
So,
True
I
Blood
don't
was
know.
a good show. It was a little crappy at first, a little slow at first, but in the later seasons, the actors were a lot better and shit, and they were good. But because there was some really bad acting in that first season, and not from like the main people either, but just some of the main people. Anyway, it doesn't even matter if you know who that guy is, because I'm talking about his brother.
Oh, okay.
It was only really because nobody knows who the fuck his brother is, but he's actually the son of like a major fucking actor. These two guys, but his brother plays Floki on Vikings, which is like he's my favorite dude on the show, because he wears like cool battle makeup and shit, and he's kind of like he's really into the gods, and he's kind of like shaman, like he builds boats and shit. Just a cool character, you know what I mean?
You know who else built boats?
Moses? No, wait, no.
Noah.
Yeah. I was gonna say Jesus at first. But
A ghost.
but those two guys, those brothers, their dad is Stellan Skarsgård, which you don't know who he is, but you do. He's been in fucking Pirates of the Caribbean. He's been in both those Nymphomaniac movies. He's been in dude, all kind of Good Will Hunting. Good Will Hunting. He was the professor that like was real close with. He was the professor that discovered Matt Damon and introduced him to fucking Robin Williams.
So I don't know his name, but I would know his face.
You would.
Okay.
He was Orlando Bloom's dad in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The guy that was like built into the ship.
Oh.
Dude, he's in fucking everything.
Oh, okay.
But his first American movie role was Good Will Hunting.
What's his name?
Stellan Skarsgård. I'm sure if you just type in Stellan in there and IMDb or whatever, it's going to be one of the first names that pop up. But he's a fucking great actor, and like that whole family are fucking actors, I guess.
Oh.
He's like, they're Swedish or something, or from
Yeah.
Sweden, I think.
I know who that is.
Yeah, he's in fucking everything. I'll have to throw a picture of him up on the video, but anyway, those are his sons. and
Oh,
shit.
you're right. I have seen him in a bunch of stuff. I just didn't know it.
Mhm.
Well,
But yeah, he's one of
man's
those
in the
names you
air.
don't know, but you know that motherfucker's face because he's a fucking phenomenal actor. But yeah,
he was in the Avengers. He was in Thor.
yes, he was in
He was in
Avengers.
Good Will
I don't know
Hunting.
why.
He's in the new Cinderella movie.
Yeah, he's in fucking everything.
Mamma Mia.
Because he's good, man.
Hmm.
But yeah, those are his sons, and their sons are both pretty good fucking actors too.
That's cool.
But yes, I definitely recommend checking out the show Vikings on the History Channel. Their third season just ended,
No.
and yes. Did you hear about the kid that built his own, like invented his own clock, and he brought it to school?
Oh, and got expelled?
He was arrested.
Yeah. And he got expelled. Now
because they said he was building a bomb.
Yeah.
And his dad bought all the fucking pressed pizza because they helped get the word out and shit. But like this wasn't gonna be covered all over the fucking place because he was Muslim. They're Muslim. But like the kid is just one of those fucking smart kids, you know what I mean? Like I think they said they're Muslim, or like they assume the kid is fucking brown, you know what I mean? Like he's like they were fucking stereotyping him because of the way he looked, you know what I mean? And which is bullshit. I mean, how many fucking doctors and engineers and shit do you see that are from like India and like the Middle East? And damn near all of them. There's smart motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the best ones.
I mean, they do build bombs and shit. I mean, you got to be kind of smart to do that.
Yeah.
Now, but yeah, and that fucked up. Can't even build like the kid was doing a good fucking a smart kid thing for once.
Did they show pictures of it? Like what it looked like? Did it look like a clock or did it look like a bomb?
They may have. I didn't see the pictures though.
I guess it would depend on how it looked.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, if it looked like a bomb, then yeah, I could see him getting into trouble. If it looked like a clock, then somebody probably overreacted.
Yeah. I mean, who the fuck builds clocks anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand how they could overreact, but
Timex.
I think arresting him and shit is a little fucking far.
Right.
Because from what I read, he was arrested at the school. And that's why they made a big... But, like, I can understand being like, look, man, in this day and age, you gotta understand, like, you bringing something in here like that, like, people are gonna start to wonder. But, I mean, the kid, it's not like the kid was, like, a teenager. I think he was, like, 13 or 14 or something. He was pretty young. He looked like he was still a kid. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, like I said, I guess it would depend on what the clock looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, if it looked like it, I guess could have been a bomb, then I can see them reacting the way they did. But if it looked like a clock, then I don't know.
Condom fits, you know?
Yep. But if it looks like a clock and ticks like a clock,
smells like a clock,
it's probably a bomb.
It's probably a bomb. Oh, fucking A. I talked to Dougie about this on the most recent episode, but Kevin Smith is killing off Silent Bob.
I did hear. I was reading about that.
Now, from what I read, he told Jay and said, one of us are going to have to die. And he said, fuck, not me.
He needs to work or something.
And he's like, why? He's like, man, I want to still be around him. Like, and he's like, so I guess it has to be me. And I was like, shit, man. Like,
yeah. I guess if you kill off Jay, then it's just the Mark Show.
Nicely done. Let me see. Like, if you kill off Jay, it must just be the Mark Show.
Come on.
I'm blowing it.
Come on.
This is going to be so inappropriate now because I so didn't nail it. Nailed it! But you did, sir. But, it makes me wonder, though, what's going to happen because he's making Mallrats 2. And he's making Clerks 3. And Jay and Silent, he's dying in Moose Jaws, which is his second to next film, I think. Because he's making Yoga Hosers right. Yoga Hosers is done, I believe. He just found the mall for Mallrats 2, so I'm thinking Mallrats 2's coming up soon. It might be before Moose Jaws now, because Moose Jaws is after Yoga Hosers, because Tusk, Yoga Hosers, and Moose Jaws are the True North trilogy. It's a Canadian like horror/comedy trilogy that he's doing right now. So I don't know if Mallrats 2 and Clerks 3 are going to be in between there somehow, and Jay and Bob will still be around for those, or is it going to be kind of like its own separate thing for now? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen Jay and Silent Bob, but I don't know.
No, I understand.
Like I don't know anything about those movies.
But I mean, I was talking to Doug, and I thought maybe like if Silent Bob does die before Mallrats 2 and Clerks 3, like maybe since they do so many Star Wars jokes, maybe Bob, like only Jay will see Bob or something, or maybe Bob will return as a Force ghost, like at the end of the Star Wars movies.
That'd be funny.
And, you know, like maybe that would be a cool little element.
The sign on the car says...
The sign on the back of the car says Critters of Hollywood, you dumb fuck. It's like, man, where are they going to take that monkey? Because the car stole the monkey. And it, yeah. You've seen
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, it's not really a big... I guess it is. Yeah.
Morphin' time!
It's morphin' time.
Put the Power Ranger people out there. But no, but it's pretty sad. I will hate to see Silent Bob go. But Kevin Smith will still be around, and at least he's still making movies. He said he was going to retire like 1 billion times, and always was like, well, I guess I'm going to make this. I guess I'm going to make that. Now he's like, he pretty much just does it. I mean, he gets funding and shit, but like, nowadays, independent filmmaking is pretty easy. Like, it's not like it was 20, 30 years ago. You can fucking go buy a camera that's good enough to make a movie now. Shit, people make movies on their iPhones.
Yeah.
But they're not great movies, but they're movies.
Or their Galaxy Note 5s.
Or their Galaxy Note 5s.
Got a new phone today.
I know.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm pretty sure everybody else knows just by you name dropping like that. Yeah. But I guess I did too.
Pretty excited about it. Yep. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I've been looking at them for a couple months, though.
Couple months?
Yeah. Anyway.
But, yeah. Fucking
yeah.
Yeah. We're closing in on the hour mark too. We're about 51 minutes or so in. So, is there anything that you want to say fuck you to this week? I'm pretty sure I could have some shit ready for that.
Is there anything I want to say fuck you to?
Is there anything? Maybe somebody that...
She's not a Christian!
I heard your chomps and then just like that, man.
You know what?
Touching a vagina.
Actually, it's it's actually been a pretty mellow week for the most part.
Oh, good for you!
That was good time. Oh my!
But it's been a pretty good week though. That's good. Yeah.
I mean, work is slow, so that sucks. But I mean, otherwise, there's not been too much that's pissed me off this week. To be honest.
I have something, I guess. Then.
All right.
Then I'll just let you say the fuck you for me. But Coheed and Cambria's band I really enjoy. We've talked about them before on the show, and they're released their... Well, I got an email. I'm a member of the Children of the Fence, which is like their merch club. Like, if you're a member of this, you get emails and stuff and early access to certain things and shit. Well, I got an email 3 days ago at like 11 o'clock at night. And I'm in bed because I got to go to work the fucking next day. And the email is saying like, hey, you can pre-order the vinyls now. We're releasing an eggshell white vinyl of the new album and a 180 gram audiophile vinyl.
What is the eggshell white vinyl?
It's eggshell. That's the color of the vinyl. It's colored vinyl. It's a special edition.
Okay.
And the 180 gram audiophile vinyl, it's like some of the best vinyl you can get. It's like audiophile means like you're somebody that's really, you want quality sound.
It's like a Blu-ray for record players.
Pretty much. It's a Blu-ray record. The only better you can get is a 200 gram record, and nobody really does that. Like it's very, like they very rarely make a 200, and I think it's just 200 gram records. It's probably cheaper to make 180 gram records, and still sounds as good. You know what I mean? Anyway, I get them. You can order them now. They're $20, but one per person, and there's only 1,500 of them. They're limited exclusives. And they said, and if you don't get them now, we're gonna release them to the public on the 21st. Limited of 1,500. So I don't know if they mean like limited of 1,500 for the public and limited of 1,500 for the exclusives, which wouldn't actually mean that because it's the same fucking thing. Or they're just saying we're only putting out 1,500 and maybe they only did 500 pre-orders or 1,000 pre-orders and then only 500 to the public. I don't know. They didn't specify. All they said is there's 1,500 each, so get them because they're limited. I got the email at 11 o'clock at night. I didn't even get out of work in time the next day to pre-order them. The pre-order was less than 24 hours. It probably wasn't even 16 hours. So I couldn't even get out of work in time to order them. And I got out at like fucking 4 o'clock probably. Now, well, no, it's probably more like 3. But, so I'm like, fuck, alright, well, maybe I can get them on the 21st on a Monday. I have to work, but maybe I can fucking do it while I'm at work, because it said 1 p.m., but I didn't notice that it said 1 p.m. PST, which means Pacific Standard Time, which means Los Angeles time. Mm-hmm. Which Los Angeles is fucking 3 hours behind us. So 1 p.m. in Los Angeles is 4 o'clock p.m. here.
Right.
Now, I fucking tried my heart. I almost got fired because I was like, dude, I've been doing this for fucking 15 years, hasn't missed a single one. I'm not going to fucking miss a single one today because you want me to do fucking extra work. Now, I almost got fired because I was going to refuse to fucking clean the fryer because, like, I'm already cleaning that. It's a long fucking story. Worked out for me anyway because a good dude at work fucking did it for me because he's a fucking good dude and understood. Now, most people think this shit's stupid, but like I said, I've been doing this shit for 15 years, invested too much time and money to fucking miss out on it because somebody else didn't do their job, you know? And, which he had a good reason not to, but I, like, still, of all the fucking days to have me do this shit, you picked today. Now, I bust my ass to get out, the dude helped me out, I got out in time. I got out even earlier than what I thought I would get out. Now, I fucking get out and I check it on my phone, just look to get things ready for when the time comes. It already started. It started like, from the time I got out, it was 2.5 hours early, which it had already started, so for all I know, it was 3 hours early. Mm-hmm. For all I know, it started at 1 p.m. our time. So they fucking lied. A limited amount of things they started selling 3 hours early.
So they were sold out by the time you got to...
They weren't. I was able to get it, but it fucked up. I tried to order it 4 times on my phone real quick, just hoping that I'll get one. It fucked up 4 times, kept telling me it was an invalid card, and then finally when it went through, it said there was an error, and it said description. I can't remember the exact words that it said, but the words that it said led me to believe that there were no more, that it was over.
Well, that sucks.
I was like, God fucking damn it. I was pissed. Even Mom said she saw me when she was pulling into the parking lot. I was like pacing back and forth like I was ready to fucking kill someone. Because like all the shit I had to go through, and they did it fucking 3 hours early, maybe more.
And almost losing your job.
And yeah, I was choosing to lose my job for a fucking band that I've followed for the last 15 years. You know what I mean? Like, it sounds ridiculous, but when you understand just how much money and time I put into this shit over the last like 10 to 15 years, it's a big deal. Not only that, but they're limited. This is a band that is selling you a record for $20 that in 10, 16 hours when they're all sold out will be selling on eBay for the next however many years, the more rare they get, for hundreds of dollars. If you really think about it, it's a fucking investment. That aftermarket value, dude, fucking skyrockets on that kind of shit. That's why they make it.
Right.
Now,
man,
fuck that shit. I don't know who was responsible. I love Coheed and Cambria. I'm pretty sure Claudio and Travis and Zach and Josh had nothing to fucking do with it. You know what I mean? But like, what poor fucking business that is. for bandmerch.com or Topspin, the two websites I saw that were associated with all the shit I was doing, that's fucking terrible. Now, I did get them. I didn't mention this. I did actually get the records, both of them. I had to spend an extra fucking $12 because I had to order them separately and pay shipping
that would grind
twice.
my gears.
$12 fucking shipping. So it's probably packaged nicely so it doesn't get fucked up, which I appreciate. But $12 fucking dollars. But I had to order them separately, so I had to pay the $12 shipping twice, which means I had to fucking pay an extra goddamn $12 that I didn't have ready. So I had to fucking figure something out to make that happen in such little time. But the reason I told you that I tried 4 fucking times to order it, and it kept telling me the card was invalid, which it wasn't. And then it told me that there was an error, and it led me to believe that they were all out of them. They were sold out. I'm just like, fuck it. I call Mom. I was like, you gotta hurry up because I need to get home and try this on the computer because it's not working on my phone. She's like, okay. She hurries up. Once I get in the fucking car, like 2 seconds after, I get an email that says, your receipt for your order of the Coheed and Cambria egg white fucking vinyl. I was like, sweet, it went through. So I fucking ordered the other one again real quick on my phone and got it. So I got the black one and the fucking... I got them. But, like, all that bullshit, I almost didn't.
Fuck them.
Almost fucking did it.
Fuck them.
Dude, it's like 3 hours later now, and they're probably gone. They're all gone now, I'm sure. But, so...
Fuck them.
So, fuck either Band Merch or Topspin or whoever runs that fucking website,
Or
dude.
both of them.
Cause they fucked up. They seriously, they almost made me. They made me have aggression towards Coheed and Cambria, which is not good. So you, my fellas, can fuck off. Not Coheed and Cambria, for the record. Whoever their merch people are that did that shit that way.
What can they do?
Fuck off!
Just that, sir. They can fuck off. Or else I'm gonna get fucking Dragonborn on their ass and be like... yeah, for the Skyrim fans, the Elder Scrolls fans out there.
The first rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club. The second rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club.
Just for anybody who doesn't remember.
Wait,
what's that, Doug?
Well, hell, Miguel, what the hell you do this time?
Jesus, Miguel, damn.
What the hell? What you do now?
I don't know. I mean, am I fucking awesome?
Well, I
The
am
bear shit in
confused,
the
though.
woods?
What was the first rule of Fight Club?
It was.
The first rule of Fight Club is, you do not talk about Fight Club.
Oh, okay.
Fucking ain't right it is.
Yes, it is, Dougie. Having a combo with fucking Brad Pitt. But I think that's a pretty good outro right there. With that said, I'd like to say
We'll
goodbye
stop there.
for the week.
Okay. Good job.
And, thanks, man.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, it was a good job.
Until next week.
Yeah, no. And until next time, I am Mark, and this is Jay.
I'm Jay. I'm Mark.
Have a good week.